WildTrack is a non-profit organisation. We're based in North Carolina, and our slightly unique remit, I guess, is the monitoring of endangered species using completely non-invasive, cost-effective and community-based technologies.
Going to Zimbabwe and seeing the state of one of the most charismatic species that we have today, sort of seeing the demise, almost virtual demise of that entire species was very evocative. I mean, literally when we were there, we could hear shots being fired in the middle of the night, and we knew that another rhino had gone down. And I think in a way that drove us to make sure that in whatever way we could, we would continue the mission of WildTrack.
One of the things that we figured out early on was that the constant immobilization of these animals and putting collars on them and darting and tagging them really wasn't having a positive impact. In fact, it was having a negative impact. That was really where we started to think there's got to be a better way of doing this. And Jump was quite central in showing us that there was something that could be done about that.
We were using this technology of putting collars on these animals to try and monitor them. And we were working with local rangers, and they could read in the footprints. They could read information, they could garner information, which is absolutely astonishing. And we realized that here was a wealth of information that was not being utilized. And so we started pursuing that to see how we could bring this art into the realm of science. And that's where Jump came in.
We started playing a bit with Jump, and that was about the time we said, look, there must be something in these footprints. These trackers can identify the data. We should be able to do it. There's got to be a way. And I think the data visualization features in Jump were such that that really made a difference, right? It really enabled us to play with that data and find out at what point we could distinguish individuals from their footprints. We can identify the species, individual, sex, all from one footprint. It's an incredible source of data.
You wouldn't believe it that the technology that we developed for tigers and lions and cheetahs and rhinos is the exact technology that we're using to monitor mice. You know, I mean, they leave footprints behind, which enables us to identify species. And species diversity amongst small mammals is a great indicator of biodiversity.
I think for me, the innate capabilities that Jump has with data visualization does facilitate, it definitely speeds up an answer.
So, I mean, it's a unique setup from our point of view to enable us to do all that we needed within one piece of software.
So we used to go and track rhinos in the morning before it got too hot, and then come back in the afternoon and do the analytics
play with
in
Jump.
Jump.
Jump developers have been some of the most wonderful people that we've actually had to work with. Absolutely fantastic. So many of them have contributed their time and explored avenues, and there's never a shortage of people who are willing to help. And that continues, that association continues to this day.
We've got PhD students now using Jump in many different countries who are spawning their own projects and keep coming back to us on what to do next. So it's really quite a big, I would say it's quite a big WildTrack Jump ecosystem at this stage.